So here we are again, month 2 of the block of the month with Melissa, and it's going to be Sunbonnet Sue. So here is the Sunbonnet Sue pattern. This is the placement guide, so once you print that off, you then print off the papers with all of your pattern pieces. As always, I separate all my pieces, so any that for the background, which is the colour fabric number 1, the piece that's K1 is all one piece. Now with this piece, M1 and 2, it's the same colour, so I've just used the normal background fabric that I'm using, and just cut it all out as one piece. No need to put a seam down it while I make it work. So this is what that piece M looks like from the other side, the proper side for the fabric. That is my background fabric that I'm using. Once I've put all my piece number 1s onto the fabric, I then start to piece all the others around it, working round 2, 3, 4 and 5. And this is what that piece looks like. The red is for the hat. This piece, piece number 1, H1, is the dress. I then add to it the background at number H4, because afterwards H2 and 3 are both the same piece, which is white, so I just add that as one whole piece. So there I've lined up the piece 1 to the background fabric, ready to start and sew it. So as you can see, that little purple line that I've drawn across the paper, I line my presser foot up and sew right next to the paper. I don't sew through the paper. So here I am at the machine, sewing quite close to that line, as you see. And as I said before, this is when I add the next piece, 2 and 3 are all the same colour, which is white, and so I just add them as one piece of fabric. So as you can see, that's my white piece, which is all in one. So piece J is background fabric, and the colour 5 is what the skin tone is going to be. So that's me just sewing down that line again. So for the skin, I actually used some of the fabric that I'd marbled onto for the pink skin. Looks a bit mottled, but it'll be fine. So here I am again, just sewing next to the folded back paper. Oopsie, I actually sewed the fabric on back to front. Stitch ripper, here you come. That's better, fabric's the right way around this time. So I just continue adding all my pieces onto the background as required. So this is piece G. Now I actually put G2 down first and then added G1 and G3, but you could do it the correct way and do G1 and then add G2 and G3. This is what piece G looks like, which is going to be the top of the hat. So here we are with piece L, which is upside down on the table, but never mind, you can still work out what I'm doing with it. I did actually find I was a little bit short on the fabric, which is why it's folded lower than the line. But once it was stitched together, it's fine, it makes it looks okay. So there's piece F. Again, you can start it at 2, add 1 and then go to 3, or you could do 3, 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3. And this is what that piece looks like. I did actually find that I was a bit short on fabric, so I just added an extra piece of fabric on the end. So this is the piece that's got the most parts to it, which is the body of the dress and the apron. And just again work methodically through it, following the numbers and adding them as you go. So this is what the dress looks like. There's a little bit of a skin for the hand, top of the hand, coming out the top of the sleeve. Looks okay. It does look as though the dress is flowing because of the way the seams are. So I lay my pieces out onto a design board, roughly in the position that they need to be, so that I can then start to put the pieces together. So we're going to start joining them together. The first piece we're going to join is H to G, and you can match up the lines on the pattern. When those two are joined together, you're going to add I to that longer side. Then piece A gets added to the top of the ones you've just joined. Then piece B gets added to the other side of those pieces. Once you've added B, then you're going to add C. Once you've added them, give it a good press, place it on one side because you're going to start and work on the next piece. Take piece F and piece J and join the J to the bottom of piece F. You're then going to add piece E onto that long side. Then add piece D onto the bottom of that piece that you've just joined. Now that piece that you've just joined, we're now going to join it to piece N, but where that circle is, when you get to that point of sewing, keep your needle down and pivot. Once that's done, place this piece to one side and we're going to work on the third piece. Now join piece O and piece L, matching up with the little crosses and the marks. You're then going to add piece M onto the side of that. Now once again you're going to join those two pieces, that piece to the skirt piece. At the mark you're going to turn with your needle down and pivot to sew along the rest of the row. Now take piece K and sew it down the back end of the skirt. You're now going to take your hat section and sew it to the remainder of the body. And then your piece is complete. And there she is, sunbonnet sew. So this finished block ended up 18 by 12 inches. I needed my block to be 18 inches square, so I did a 3.5 inch strip on either side, and I pinned it on ready to quilt. Thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed it, and please shout if you need help.